ho nsem bi opese oyi ano a wo de fabra mpacho yi atem die mom efri mu se de be ya wasem ho bete ho nte de mintimi embisa emfa emma na yakwate me afishapa me mo achen so mo atena se
abna afem komato ye me so me jo so kese pa na what to say
ya me adom ho ye pa
and already I said
na bronya na me hu
bronya ya na me bronya bia me ko hye be bompa ye kakra nti afi so sa
senka bronya de obitim de ma me senka obi invite me ni na bompa ye no
eno de encourage ye besa ko wetim makobo
and okay na new year
trying to say pray without seasoning and if you are wetim makobo
good to see you
that's it.
Okay and my intimo beka say honorable Kene Japan ne campaign na wo ye anasa na probo a wo bo say yento aba e ma no onye franketumi engineer new patriotic party amayoku enim na 2028 onji nkunim die mfama no tena so man panyini ne message awode emma delegate pa eyeden
abuna ko pass maba
ade
ma ko jam so ko pass maba no ma hia wu sa Kennedy message na ko for so ko wu sa na other one so message dey Kennedy has message and me name say mo delegate opeja delegate e no
we say a publish a daily guide. My presidency will be about jobs.
Can I some working in enuma jobs? Memu ane mrantie ne maba onu ni adwuma ya. And omutimi live the decent life ordinary Ghanaian bi etimi ede live bi.
Okay.
Abibi ameka say you can't the American dream, the UK dream, the France dream, the Canadian dream. Enye abrabo ebroso enye abrabo sebio eyesronko bia the one abrabo the basic necessities of life so wutimi adwuma wo ye abrante ababawa wo ho oden wutimi story ko adwuma na bosome so a unya kakra se na wotwimi no na wotwe na edebia wutimi akakra wutimi ehwe wo ho na wabusua bi so wutimi hwe wo eno na bia eto ne ade no in terms of taxes ne ade wutimi yi bibo o man no no man no so ye de etumi tumpon e man mu ha e bibre mu ha the basic necessities of life no e de e maye nti wo hwa memu ne mabawa wi school I've read a lot of researches ebi o ha won mo say nkora won mo be wi national service no if a batch completes it takes a minimum of 10 years and sana half of that batch which is 50% nti e fan say 25 year term nkora won mo wi national service no e be take a minimum of 10 years and sana emu half of that batch etimenya permanent employment even after 10 years the remaining half will still be searching e wo ye memu ha we free where the other researchers and also catch will say nipa dumi which is 12 area school bia the state is only able to employ nipa 2 per ndi kamia ko yes especially even with graduate employment kamia ko yes we university e wo oman mu ha wo life kwache be 10 to 12 years we free where abna there are other studies for instance maybe this is a World Bank almost say by 2030 na nipa ehwe adwuma e wo the sub-Saharan continent in the growing and developing economies no ya about 1.2 billion 1.2 billion no adwuma no emu be 400,000 per and available 800,000 na can almost say non-existent the say adwuma no kwa enye de eni ho bia beka say oh e ho de e World Bank asem wi ase nyina asem na woka ndi emfamra ya bibre mu ha. I'm just giving you a picture of how urgent yasema ye kama ehun here. If I'm ready to ha. What the baha Ghana Statistical Service beka cho say you had the unemployment rate at 14%. We say you had because of informal sector no. It will appear to everybody so be a ejuma. Your tanka, your ton kwadu. But as to say the quality of life and nipa na ejuma na or yen a bit media man no. So another question. Ye kura ye ejuma. Bia yesi yekobe ya including money obi a waka bia no Ghana Statistical Service say one more ye adwuma no 80% of them one more salary less than 3,000 80% of them nkra ha dan say wato obeto so worka keto bi ha de koba obeto petrol oni bi so be fa trotro o fa trotro efiri tikaso so obadwuma wo kroma ahwe abekọ in and out no no watwa transport nkwa no wo fasi no in and out no watwa about 70 cedis or more say the abatata de ahye yezu kroma na otwi bia ye weekend bia ye kwayi obekọ asori nti say the basic necessity of life I will hear dear live decent life mamu ha wo ye adwuma so kra untimi nyade untimi live one more such we said the same Ghana Statistical Service say the remaining 20% of the population can live in abject poverty and wo hwa o man mu hankasa ye tene de e kam ya say ahokere e wo babia and we know ye nyina ye kan okra kire ho enum ti na keta asese ne proye ne krono ne no man keten dream die ne de e wo ho aha ba mu a na baba wa wi skua ade afa se no wi na san service obedwen ho ne se ne maame wa asase obeton ne papa wa asase obeton kokufu de kwa kosi awowa onim de oye no apply to be a school UK and Canada obua any school no be so oko the opeso ya de say ohia sika bi di atum no the school no aye a decoy cover up so they call Abuchako school one obeko no recently I was in Canada obeko na Ghana for memu ane maba wa nyina no e bi awuba na omuchi ana ya horunkum yenka say adwuma bi enya adwuma hoba but komu abra bomb pepa na say won mo te omo krom na won mo etimi ensa ekoma no nti yemma ha no there is a peculiar problem, the problem of unemployment no and here say we need job creation.
Okay, talking about creating of jobs now.
Yes.
Obi beka say aban enuma na say aban be creating jobs na adwuma dodo sen a and aban betimi create ama sa statistics a would ma ye 10 years nipa obumbenya permanent job be half of be any person be within the year be school no how is he going to create that job?
I'm not a we say bebia no and she say aban ye e de man for adwuma no enye aban na ankasa and create enwuma no directly.
Okay,
me if you ask me on principle I don't even believe say any government should own any business.
Okay.
Me she say oh ya aban no why ye when she say papa recently Ken spoke about the Asian miracle model kwanya Asia for the fast one more a minus sign kwanya Singapore for Botswana no more a fast or minus sign within a very short space kwan be no more fast say you were to make it very simple for all of us who build it, business people businessmen now obi or on the background see business no e was sa nimdie no etiase nti fa say papa your friend despite e bia wotimi efa workers 1000 nti we are buying obhe nhyehyɛ ama no nhyehyɛ no e bia sika fam e bia emra fam nhyehyɛ e bema ne ho atɔ na n'adwuma no obetima yɛ dɛ ebiem o fa enipa fa ne say wo papa your friend despite wo for isapon wo zoom lion wo nipa be enum saa nkɔfo no create be ɔhaye dɛ ɛka ho sɛ obi timi fa workers 1000 first no mo yenum no 5000 but as soon as on meya oha no na obi afa 1000 you say we've created 100,000 jobs. So you need to invest in privatization. There can be a kind of public private partnership. That is one. Again, you also need to invest in private individuals. One almost a day omunuma.
Okay.
Now almost a day ayebi because we are say be an oko amano ne ade we sent me whole photo na me hwe pa baby na nam ne ade nyina me hwe kama baby any videos baby abedru bia no companies all nyina are not owned by the governments meboa companies all nyina are not owned by the government, they are owned by private entities and private individuals. So build more of them who zoom line on timi fa workers 1000 and I expand its capacity no timi MBA in the business no timi fa 10,000 automatically you've created jobs. Again ade ba kwa yem fa ya adwen ko ho eyi pa no so sesa o man bia mpuntu no man bia dache agriculture. There has always been a link between agriculture and socio-economic transformation. Can I come once a man by me say adwen ye de ema so o de you said the oko votarism na hwe arable lancer edaho. All you need to get the right investment. Me say won here ni pa we bro. You need about 3, 4, 5 companies. Our big time investment in agriculture. For instance, be a cassava production. See the maybe it say starch. You see produce maybe it say ethanol. Papa or ye cassava. ethanol alcohol or importable mine every year $2 billion. Bakufo. Now your money na no yesi akwa ebe because just the same $2 billion. And imagine say ye wo companies edu a obi produce alcohol ethanol for production. And so to my awiase baby yes. No be $2 billion now would do. And no alone is bringing you $20 billion. Automatically unye sika and there's some minor that in no and those companies are also going to employ people or mechanized farming. Recently Ken sa eka about Northward say oko North Arable lands or the Bayekria also ka say one more airport to crowd or hono ka yenye na enye cargo airport it is a fruits vegetables and then normal area straight UK na every UK say 6 hours flight aeroplane way to now we to cargo plane way to now we to we have to be very intentional about it. Say if we are the northern part of the country now be a wasa se bebrebe no ye dey feed Africa, not only Ghana, ye dey feed Africa until we plantation we because abna all over the world ade esesa o man bia that ni o man bia mpuntu. If you look at history ye nya be a first industrial revolution. First industrial revolution and on more steam engines, power machines for production. By how we're just at the consumption end, and taking advantage of it. Not only Ghana, but even the rest of the African continent. Second industrial revolution, so by cyber no more advanced free steam engines, in the normal electricity and the power production. Then near the answer, as I say, then we came to the third industrial revolution, and on our computers and a day. Any cyber computer me na mobi me papa ba no de bia no use so no na Pentium no say Pentium 4 no mpo no so be use a o ko dware no aso obaba na abutu awi ansa no wetima ye dey aba refresh na no ye dey we use also we didn't take advantage of it. Then we are in the fourth industrial revolution na we are sekonanim and then kofoka artificial intelligence once kofoka internet of things kofoka how we simulate AI edibusu production. Into we need to go and start from the base. The base almost started from the first industrial revolution, industrialization, agriculture. Need to make and catch up with the rest of the world. Okay. And yes, we'll be deceiving ourselves.
The working now, woman say no na edi akotene e wo ne kasa mu no. Delegate omo no kodi nkomo no. Do you think say omo at to omo so ma mate ase yi?
Say bi o 2 minutes dey sre. Na 2 minutes ukosra odi bo kwa so eni ahobrase kwa so ne kasa de kwa so na ekosre. Na wa kire ade a pese wo ye de oyo. The sense of agency about delegates in the mono and say one man who say be a party in the na day enye. Na no abato ekoye no party na ho den ye day esu twan. Obeje di say 276 constituencies to aba no. Presidential elusu 199 of them. 199. Amantem akoma be enso 7 regions presidential yen win a single constituency. And then no say your amantem be and 4 regions are MPP any single member of parliament or tinano you see east in for no mukasa min delegates am so ko na kwa masem say wo MPB a asem to be hwaje ba careful one here no be the seven kuma power ni so afo achi enko ba bia ye wo amantem akoma enko 9 regions. If you look at the cumulative value of the number of seats over here at the 98, MPP were 5 and these were 93. Now Dr. Brian Cassim, you know Mozobwa, or Zongo communities, 3,000 of them. You lose here. Mofi years ago, say 3,000 of them. You lose 2,999. You win 1 pay. No, Muzu Obwa and Tessa, no Mkofa polling stations be thereby. You see, there is a difference between polling stations and communities. Ghana has be a fair Zongo polling station, but within a Zongo community, we have polling stations within. There. Within there were 3,000 of such Zongo communities. Say be a Nima, Oboko Nima no. Na there were polling stations here. The Nima as a whole no. Okasa Ghana communities here 3,000. You lose 2,999. A single one. Maybe a friend market one. If you near the you party for no is aware of this data. Party for no who say be a party ne ejina a hoetro. Ya to aba abna na over 90% of your parliamentary candidates outperformed your presidential. Over 90% of them outperform your presidential. Ye nyini no ye fe skirt and blouse. Skirt and blouse no party no e be a presidential candidate in there on original party ni na name ndu ko no akoto ama no na e be a parliamentary on one thing ya no yede what but for the first time in the history of our country yenya close to 350,000 people one more to my parliamentary no omu wi no we yede etuti presidential.
So do you think say a candidate no and omu penalty omu tuti na say
what was a very intelligent question because no we say the same near a campaign. So there was a party problem and there was also a candidate problem.
Okay.
For instance, Nipa Metwaba, what they compare Akufo-Addo votes are 2.1 million, right? One more Metokra from 2020 to 2024. Those are people you can easily say na buying why they have why a buying why into Meto. But for about 350,000 to walk to the polling station, one more to my parliamentary, no to tier presidential. That cannot be a party problem. That essentially is suggesting that as a candidate problem. Mama, one instance, maybe it's a drapper. We say, Akufo-Addo, you can say your tradition, you say a dankwa dombo buzia. Akufo-Addo, dankwa. Nti oya de bia dankwa for the expectation is a chebi for ni ade nyina bidineti. Kofo so buzia, wono so buzia se for nyina bidineti. Ewura Dr. Bamia say dombo for nyina is expected so bidineti. Unim say drapper ana dombo free. Japa in 14%, Mahamanya 85.14, almost 86%, 1486. How do you convince me say this is a party problem?
Okay, so meaning say pe candidates no, what is the problem?
I mean, those ones they can be able to explain why I had the current. So you see, the whole thing boils about the trust and the credibility that you place. Didn't you say candidate matters? And my mom year like 2020. Say Sabrina Galamsey who be can be dempa. I say President Akufo-Addo go Galamsey. Tiye dey Galamsey for be 20 ano. So banks, ya collapse banks, banks for be 20 aye. And the workers o molutu. Magana forecasting be. One more say, oh, Akufo-Addo the wire and appoint is in anya day. Meaning 2020 na move follow election na. That's what Ghanaians said. Also President Akufo-Addo the wire and appoint is na one. Into year as a party, even our slogan was form of for nana. Dabe no abusa won say ade na yanka say form of for MPP. Because at that time the popularity of the candidate Nanado no na was so. Okay. We had to hinge on that near the party near the Ekoyen.
But don't you think so say after sa 4 more no in a way no Ghana for do na ehun say no yintimi nga say ye break the 8 so wo kaya no so say sa me mfa ne say ehin anase bi o feel say o masetena mu enkoyie na that time no that candidate no so no ye vice president eno na e affect ye ntie ma wo mo etutia no say no so ya eno ye factor
abna me dismiss sa na me nya no kwarefo na party no ho aye hi se bi onyi na agitum se no ma webre ho aye chiai ai no nti no yen hyehyeye no e ma ya enkrofo kra ebuhu ye de efuye that's about 2.1 million votes so o ma metokra what I say. But bibi to say any part one over trade to say them this can about 350,000 etuma parliamentary when we no to tier presidential. And how do you also explain say and also na party ni ho na ye
me ba the enti ama me kasa no I will cite a drapade say ho kire ba nipa no de on fa ho say when say udi manim na sa ho kire ba na wona wudi ani ma ho kire di enti na menton koso anka say
until the mention as
me ba di enti na menton koso anka say ma ho kire ba bia MP ne de in a way no with me enya impact be sense on no na wo honom ne enti no
say you are guided by history right o de bia de o hwe de bia history ne de ewo ya bato mu bia no abribia no presidential no ewo so ye de esne parliamentary no abribia in the history since year 292 both MPP and this they be a presidential na ho de ye de ekosro esne parliamentary no but I'm saying for the first time in the history of our country out of 276 constituencies here filing pieces 99% of them outperform your presidential candidate. If it was a party problem komo metumpo na nkwaka say oh omaba pools no kwa abeto they would have abandoned
but because at the end of the day no so no a lot of mo candidates wo mu gina so mo person mo ko machibejums o mu lucy abi wo ho no mo krombo na you know that some of the constituencies are which means mo dia febo
So I've made a case there. I don't dismiss the fact that there was a party problem. And you had about 2.1 million people have even argued, say, when people, even the delegates or the party people and our voters, even presidential candidates, even not in the first place, not to even think of some trauma. But you know free what? That's why I'm a jatum. They all can't say party, not party. No way. I'm not dismissing that. May nipa may you contomponi. Say me catch us a party no. You know so no phone so anywhere. And nipa 2.1 metro. They also who's an phone so. Okay. But one more better you know. One more better you know. 345,000 plus, almost 350,000. One more two more pieces you know. Parliamentary no. We no to tier presidential. And yet candidate in one pa. How do you then explain? Say nipa pore 350,000. Again, now ma san fa to ho no. Na me tell say about the bia to MPP mo and Ghana ha no. Abibia presidential and nya business parliamentary no. What I say nipa metro there. Nti you would expect to say your vote no percentage is very perform. But in this case no, even parliamentaries no more standing 99% of them as a as a presidential. Okay. That should indicate to you say beyond the party problem, there was also a candidate problem. Because MPP ni bena obekwa akotwama ne na abnauna parliamentary candidate and obi mpeye presidential candidate. So wa metoa ebi a ompe mumumia and our party no where dey. But when you buy you ono otoma wo parliamentary no obi no otutia obi mpe. That should explain say yes there was a party problem but there was also a candidate problem. Me can kwesi say bia your candidate no ko say bi onye nipa papa na say nipa kan but the me kan kwesi nyina na say there comes a time say me presbyni domi abra na me kwa sorry me kroma to the etimi yi presby so for domi ne na ko dwansa ne de dwansa de akwade mra ne de ade mra de aba pecheche ne de pecheche de ayede aba domi eno nche se bia so for no wo domi no onye nam na mum de che ne say brebia ne kendini ayede ehia. Okay, there comes a time even in the spirit of revival in Kenya. Who say why a revival that in Kenya so minimum sorry alcohol in Kenya so etimi de buo etimi de for ba obo say ye muada. Yes, they buo say a tra fast and be a 3 days near the so for rubber and not just so for no abon and just abon na mum bra ye wo mu no ehia kendini foforo senti kendini foforo no ne in Kenya no hu ne say o penyina wudi na chi ono bo ke no na de sa in Kenya no ebeba say wo hwe 2028 about on your sonko we say party bia ba onyakwanya we say sonko yes. Okay, sonko ne say party bia ba onyakwanya edi mfiri nwotwe 92 to the year 2000 President Rawlings 8 years with NDC, 2001 to 2008 President Kofo with MPP 8 years, 2009 to 2016 Mills Mahama NDC 8 years, 2017 to 2024 President Akufo-Addo with MPP 8 years. Meboa Ghana for mo bia 8. But we share from 2024 equity 2028. It's not 8, it's 4 years. In the NDC for all they need to do is say ombetima catch Ghana for say oh omina what dem even in a space of 4 years. Yet mama fu okra so ayede ati. Yet mama dollar no so ayede ati. Nti mo mfa yo mo 4 nya dey enkan ho. Me no ka say wonu mu chief justice free ho. Wonu mu epese kwan bia omu yi omu de kata akosi enyi mami electoral commissioner en na be de achi nya dey emfiri ho. Nti aba ye kwoto no se nyame amam na nyame na nsom na esisiwa wo electoral commissioner omo de aba deputies omo de aba we yesisu abeko supreme court no obeko temu for penny no obi a condition wo na chini esi ne so asem obeka che say elections are won at the polling station ti ko ho ne ko kan asem oboa ne elections are won at the polling station yamanyo sem ho asem kana obu be no nti 2028 no eni eden 2028 yakokoduru eni kwan so otakura mo bia de esisu ngufu nyame amwa no mo sakofo ese edu nketi aba ono ntontom okura sekan wona ma wo ya na oye hye no otwa ko na wo kase nyame amwa na akofo obi a yesisi wa won tumi nkase so tumi ne so wonya obi a nani eden yakokoduru ne se no so betimi de chaos aba oh there se bedi akon edin fatana ko no nya nkwankwan nu ase eno so nche se wo kwako a se bio they having you go on a war without any justifiable reason. When you are protecting votes, even the constitution enjoins you to protect that. See a basis war, a bit. Let me give you a classic example. Now no buy a quarter. The EC had given us 72 hours to make more about to so bad. Yet presidential and you 2 more. Less than 15 hours. And then NDC for any who could draw call coalition centers. Pink is near team. We are near team. We are near
the presidential Mujitu Muslim Kugo and Untinema sa a name and see. Oh,
I give you an example. So just a minute. I'm comparing 2020 to 2024. 2020, the Electoral Commission made the same 72 hours. Between President Mahama and President Akufo-Addo. President Mahama presidential and Obi saw your coalition to be who lose with about 500,000 votes. So only a said you get your muscle press conference because I can't say in a comfortable lead. Or no nim so any comfortable lead bia. Say presidential we are parliamentary before be declare no. I say mo the pink seats and coalition centers. And some of my de mo declare. We what to tell ya kopem say ya kenkan no so ye de ewie. Before that no near 168 seats in 2016. You sort by 137, no more 104, no more appreciate you to 137. Ni be a friend hang parliament. Now, made mass music, my uncle 2024. The incident that happened. Electoral Commission my also the same 72 hours. Less than 15 hours near the message and the signal that we sent to the NDC. The message and the signal and send for my papa. Omuni you could draw home. Omuni you could draw with him, the atwa can see. So, TM Fenya, then co block it. Pinches in the bit team team. They may make a declaration, you make it. Say, and no affect ya. And then near to a baby court, it took the court to reverse 7 of those seats to us. So those were seats I winning, they couldn't go for. Of course, reverse 7 my. It will be a catch say it didn't have an impact yet. It cannot be true. Okay. We may take a collective responsibility, but it had an impact.
We a leader no, as a flag bearer. Now what could Gina Muse and told so I'm gonna be say Sina. Regardless, as it would mean your fame can say, or Munya be and Sana, Obedia to my wife. But don't forget to say, so we a party is no you in as much as we a flag bearer no, doesn't mean say you take decisions all by yourself. A collective thing. It is a beer and painful what's an assay. That's your cassette no. Yes, share your figures near dear, we are all collating. Yet in Google Naba, said your bear. Calmness, peace, ebe prevailing in town. Kona kwa ya abaka say no hunyin to musa.
Abna.
Then say
Abna. Me not sure which people took the decision.
But sure.
I'm coming. I'm not sure which people took the decision. Whether it was a candidate decision or a party decision. Your general secretary was a party decision. But if indeed this was a party's decision. Then the Achibino, we need to learn from it. Okay. That is one. Say a party decision, then we need to learn from it. Now the Achibino, we make maybe better decisions. Sometimes it also depends on the extent of consultation. Nipa amuno moyede, a consult and no can also influence on the decision that you at least the SN will be guided in 2028. They are making the right decisions going forward.
Okay. Ukasa yeshe honorable Kennedy Japan niema one one so the original Emma you be oye discipline.
Yes, patriotism, honesty.
Okay. And I will share a former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Also they say the idea is a humility. Meboa waka pen. Na no wo share a delegator. Any grassroots na a dear wine or more or embody, you know, say either discipline or someone who is humble. I
mean, I don't even think say is really about a comparison of discipline and humility. No. Yes, people may look at that.
Okay.
But me it has more to do with obia obetimaji to me ayede amaye. Because discipline essentially. No, but you see, no matter the character traits and the attitudinal traits that you have, no matter how nice they may look, say, who need to me? I said, now make us ideas in here. Who need to any kind to me now? And for so day, and muscle, because who here to me, now they are demonstrated the opposite way.
But you can also go empty.
Oh, I mean, just like you rightly referenced, say we discipline, we so that's the public perception around them. Say can discipline, we so humble. That's those perceptions you can't change them. Those ones they are what that. But at the end of the day, no, you focus as a party, no. Nipa. I think I have the permission to quote him. I mean, recently I had the opportunity to lead a delegation. Medium called President Akufo-Addo. Okay. Okay, say me that it was profound. Or say the biggest interest, because I know some born into, I'm sure I can say it on TV. Or say the biggest interest is one who can win power for the MPP. And no biggest responsibility is to unite the party. May quote to President Akufo-Addo. That's what he said.
Meaning now also we on was in as much as we be kind parables, no. What's then the person is referring to okay, then there's a possibility to say
honestly, I didn't place any interpretation on what he said. Mentia say I'm the man and it was very literal. Say ohia nipa obeti ma gitu
me. For mo camp na mo call kwasra no.
Memoir no. Youth no, but most of us were nipa no mo make say ya ad na ya. Unse ya ekoto aba no. Esi ahene eto ahene for say make us 2 million straight. Ohoye dodo a the whole Ghana no. About 1.1% of the general voter population. Even post offer 2018 Alabama general voter population because they have about 209,000 divided by general voter population of 18 million times 100%. You are getting 1.1%. The new 2% into Wusha is not really about the delegates in the pay. The Ghana for and now uti Ghana for be brave or the Muslim with the Mojuma Muma Kofoko Musisia Omusia Trotro food Umza say one MPP for the back Ghana for Bejana Tuma almost a Canada Japan. Only John Forma almost more the can buy a better. Here now the Nam Kumasi. Who's a make a car idea campaign back we are branded home. The car could say I was overtaking the air for Ghana and says road. Who's a catchy be touchy where they carry nam mini fashions are now they're not pay patchy. I'm catching driver and soon. I'm so penina, I don't know Uchika Basabasa. Or say Massa, me whom Mokana mebam, here the unknown Nujumo. Name me, Jana catches a catcher monko for as a man for Canaba, a banana day, and terms just say, baby, I'll be dribia, will be asked somebody came by a bed, a better. And none, me who say delegates name for more this is not necessarily about wait to see. I mean, Dr. Baumia, you're not could be paying. Inti, only who him dear came for any other encore. Can so when him there was some part, Omumina. Yes, their character traits will play to their advantage, but has more to do with their Ghana for her. The remaining 98% of the population, over 98% of the population, one almost more than the Bible. Kura one more pejuma. President Kufoma more free. President Akufo-Addo free senior high school. Some Kura no more we or more pejuma. A fee near fear econo. They are no more share. Okay. One more some of the came by a bit.
We because the Kaipan say a more last primary say but the past one.
Yes.
That time now. A candidate and I said, I mean, hope to, so be the flag bearer, Dr. Baumia. And someone here to because for your vice and a come say it's a government machinery, no, in support. It been Mrs. Combo say, recently I saw a video, no, but you can say, Saben and I'm intimidating me as I say, dear, and when be a new automobile. No, baby, say, when be a do you still feel and think, say, still be a parts and in the way manipulate maybe a bit working in favor of Dr. Baumia against honorable Kenya.
I think a lot of Ken's reaction based on feedback on your free party for no. What's recently say you call off. Now, okay, 2023 primaries there were constituencies at Kenya 00000. India choir. But now I can so meeting chairman be. India choir no. Obakona chairman be ha. Say o channel. Obo ho ye Ken coordinator. E be on pay any issues of doubt so be on the papa na ntembetete. Nti be say o mo to no. Emra ne ma ho kwan sa de. But why? I mean and the ono na afom and no ne mra ne me de me ka dey see. Be anu a video. Nti wo share date or the video on the phone so. Any bibia serial number na say bibia. I was told the man by a man zero.
You know, authentic.
Authentic, yes.
Sheets and all.
Yes. Nti be a man zero. Enti bi wo ha nipa be timi ba bia nipa be 92 omunya de omu de abeche. Enti this is a consensus I can raise.
Nipa be 92.
92 there were constituencies I can timi nya 92 by a man 0 2023 no.
Eh. Oh, nana muni agents e wo hono mana.
Hey, say bi otimi fo otimi mu dia oro ka afọ abati.
Oh.
Last 2023 primaries ne dia. Say the wa osika na nhyehyeye no. Na mu na ho say afide ma mo mabaso. Nti Massman American can raise these concerns. If free were, then we had calls from one more de sa evidence there the meche. Say one more life are being threatened. Say na unua wade mu na ukoyi na yede ama.
No more reporting my police.
Oh, say no
because we be threatening one life.
Yes, and also common also, but you see as a politically exposed person also what political interest you also use the first platform available to you. Now also the other I can want them to say na yede ekoso. Na party no so yede afa e de ho aye ho enhyehyeye ni bibia. Bo ho a se bugi na abukura de ni tape, he never denied it. What's on one kind? Fre bi say aha say ukotoko ha na ugina ha. Ya no unkokrom ha ontra ha unua wade mai. So those were the things that Ken was reacting to. Oh now say obi a okon si fa na e kana de na asem. Ono no e ha no. And Sebio Abna in such situations, you can't be a timid leader. Go for to Abama. Sebio Yabokro no at the 00 na yede asho. Go for na sa ba say a toman ye sisi wo. Wa na osu gina hono ayede wakoda na so abon sema mom. Wo se wo kira kokudro se sa adi afi bi nyede insibio. And there is nothing wrong with it. It's just saying say ma the will of the people ayede abem. Nti mea minya penny Jojo Rocky. I'm for Quenya Monabaso. One more set here be a friend anti-Reagan election committee. One more say I said and say Yanka says you will be a could do be bonnet. Nemum dear Kennedy Japon Benyano, Yanka and one day, a man. The Dr. Baumia Benyano, and one day Beckham. Bind them more fun and then chain. More for Koni, one also do be a Yanka. Oh, say every biane kendini here. The Ghana for here they may pay.
So those guys Ghana for. Do you believe in more party members? No, do you more imagine che more betray nipa or more susu some do more ba more pay. If you believe in there, and the other thing I said was you say party for me feedback a yenya a bit more kasi just a positive edit mama. But they will share even a Ghanaian publisher Ediaba. MPP raised 118 former candidates endorses Dr. Baumia. When my am for fear be mama.
No, I'm on your same no bro focus a kind of political astroturfing and cosmetic showmanship. I said, "Will you be a man who say, oh, baby? Yes, I thought that we am sure baby. I saw Chess say, oh, yeah, Bema. So, baby, now, first of all, without any disrespect to Sir PCC, one more, they are already members of Dr. Baumia's campaign. All they did is to call them mobilization. Some photo.
No more, Dada.
Oh, no money. Why will they come out now? Dada, feel no more better baby on war.
But say be on be switch.
118.
Not be switch. There are people no more Dr. Baumia camp on switch about a honorable can. There are people who are more honorable can almost switch.
These are two different scenarios.
No, I think when you're so confident, say no more Dr. Baumia camp.
I can tell you one thing. No more be anywhere where you camp. Until you presupposes there no more.
That time,
no, I mean, there. Say, Dr. Baumia and establishment candidate, so rightly you put it. Until one and I enjoy all those support. Over 6,000 appointees, 276 MMDCs.
No, if you say that, then you say,
I do be animal brofo. I do be animal brofo. See, as a sub 123 MMDCs or moon supporting you, I'll be able to know for. What I say?
But only too many bills. Yet, if they are able to mobilize themselves to say, we support this candidate, I don't you think say genuinely supporting almost.
If I had allowed me to land come about, you see, the whole point is say, Obiane kwanya ofaso na manyosem, and then the strategy of the campaign. Me no ka say, there were 3 campaign teams. Ono Ken different region. Mene na to see different region. Ken yere different region. There were MPs one more mabontia, almost on Nama, or more electoral area level. Dr. Baumia campaign so you're quite different. Or believe in endorsement. Sebio, ye fasoa, I also say, Obi support to I just say the omuna back together e be twa photo e the camera see omo catch omo say omo support me answer almost started say oh you say 67 first day 61 when the MPs 67 and about 63 and the MPs no more endorse so you na say aba be re-endorsement renewal of endorsement and then we in front of kofa some youth organizers be so almost so more endorse so and on be fa MMDCs na MMDCs no kwa center sa MPs no come so
the bottom line is mo de hu enkam kra
oh these are MPs no originally they were expected so be deliver almost seat say me MP if I was those MPs kamenya de omo you matter crow one candidate no kwan conform peninti no and the nipa be brama polls wa meto aba no more to be amamo
eh say the work can say candidate na no more peninti
yes but the data supports that no more meto amamo secondly you couldn't even deliver Musita yede emam. So people have even categorized them as failed MPs. More intimate Musita yede emam. How do you lose a constituency like Adenta? So yeah, what show mumu constituencies are on mulusi. KTR mumu constituency, but I didn't see KT part. But I'm just referencing typical traditional MPP constituencies on mulusi.
Okay.
Who we are now most have so people have described it as a failed MPs. One mobile support or failed candidate.
Hey.
That's the description people has given.
No, it's about worrying to rating. So that's how you also describe it.
No,
failed MP supporting failed candidates.
People have said that, but I don't subscribe to that because that will be unfair description. But I'm saying, say, when we see to comment mind at the end, we respect their decision. Maybe we the agent, but I am the trouble. Only maybe a 2 million. 2 million polling station executives for no. There were 209,000 polling station executives. Omuni see hini, omuni tu hini. Omuna a form. You see, Mamencha, 31st is going to be a contest between one more near Wabai Momunya Bibi, Edi, and Nya Baby say ya, Mopeso, they want to protect their legacies and the brain so mine day. And Yashi, 31st will show.
31st will show, but once I suddenly be so on, almost say about out a reach, I wasn't aware about seeing young Canasa. So says DA. Church or more issue say more projectors or more endorse a candidate be no crabia say no so what say
first of all I don't nim nipa ono wo ye ho a okoka sa people matiti to be very honest I've not verified say yes because what will be the point SDF what to aba who one pa na obekwa okoka say SDF one endorse so Kenya Japan SDF one to aba one endorse in what capacity like as a church, do they come as a church? I mean, yes, so we go to them and talk to them. And I have seen reports that say, yes, the Kataba. First of all, officially, I speak officially for the campaign.
Okay.
Aside the candidate, I speak officially for the campaign. We've not said anywhere, say SDA for the and also Ira Ken.
Okay.
Ken has been doing a lot for the SDA church, or more appreciated, for the past 17 years. Na ne oman ene na tu wo de amo a onye omo kapra omo de ekanya mesem.
Personally, do you believe in prophecies?
Yes, but name say they can
do you believe in prophecies?
Yeah, I
do.
It's
prophecies about a fa honorable ken ho nyina wugidi.
Yeah, I do.
It say ban say after 31st and na ambemwa. Will you be disappointed?
Yeah, we are not banking all our hopes on prophecies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the enuma ka ho. We are working so hard. But the akabia e wo nyame nsem.
Okay.
But we the ye wogidie such say believe in my prophecy and believe in my God. Nti ye wogidie pa say the radiaka.
Honorable ken or the prophecies.
Oh, I don't know anything. That's why you Methodist in it. There is a miss here. People feel say sometimes when you read the social media comments, almost one call nyame and say or against the church. It's not true. And then we say o kwasoi bo so koroma.
So then all chances be no more ananti asofo be no feel say I mean he was totally
Ken and Kasenti asofo. He spoke against charlatans, people abusing the name of God.
Okay.
Okay, they use Christ ye bro ra so them one nkofo.
Otuaba. So no so tuaba.
Ken should rather be praised after 2000 years no. Only part what my
idea. Second Jesus.
One second Jesus, but or share the Jesus scarce here. Said after 2000 years, no, the Christ here, you know, can the Japan be be nowadays.
Who cast out quick one any day? Sorry, so can say Yami and ya domnas in this vocal fire age in a mosquito eba. Nipan tontoma or ya.
Well, treated into 2 inches, so class.
I think say. No, it will not be fair.
On your bravo.
On your bravo. Ade musro, and people musro say NDC kofa General Mosquito honorable Sidon Ketiaba Musrana.
Yeah, they are objective realities. The objective realities are you can't run away from. For instance, NDC ni be anywhere only needing common or kind of catch or say between Ken and Dr. Baumia or Peken. Obekacho say no. Obi at the obey at best a reverse psychology. Almost pay candidate.
We are sure, but the other time Oba is maybe say pay a global info analysis for more survey or more year say. Even people when this company rally support behind.
Yes, so these are two different contexts. Context is very important. Yeah, was say NDC party here a weaker candidate, no more a bitino, and yeah, what Nkofua or more NDC for, but who they came by on the man. These are two different scenarios.
Okay.
Until ordinarily no, Obia pay I mean a weaker. Oh, I say Okobo ball. Oh no, Real Madrid ne Barcelona a boy. Obi a say Barca for maybe Real Madrid ni Barca for ne win.
In this case, you know, why they weaker candidates? No?
I can talk about who is a strong candidate, which is candidate Japan.
Why they weaker?
I know the strong candidates, and that's what I know. That's what I'm most.
Any other person be about no weaker candidate na?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But I think say onona ho de I was so be brave say
General Mosquito.
General Mosquito enim amanyosem.
Okay.
Or grassroots support. Na ho den e party nim e was so. Oye for adwuma. Ti dodo na so ye dey epe na asem.
Na kwesi kwati.
Nti so na me nka say yesuro no. But say General Mosquito na NDC for likely so mo de never buy. Ye hia enipa so wono mo de tarea obewai. Wono mo de sia obetwa. Na wo hwe candidates nyina obi ani wo sa akokodro no na ne Iraq ne de Japan.
Okay. Mame and I was saying.
Meso me da sepa. Obi a ponche.
Was it quite say Esquire a law lecturer was also a campaign spokesperson to Honorable Kennedy Ohene e Japan and Yanena Etchenkobo. Now when him see a sabi and as a season year woman ye New Patriotic Party omo agent konwan kasa omo kwaku yi omo flag bearer. Inti mene a lawyer eso refiso ya Dennis Miracle Abuaje enso e wecha ye ba betwen komo ko bebia ye ba sisia